Yes, I'm live now. Welcome once again to another new video. This is Santu Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial English literature. Do join quickly. And in this YouTube session here I'll be covering some important MCQ question for the upcoming MA Set exam. And this is the first video. This is day 1. Please do join quickly. And I hope that you are all doing well. And let's begin the session. I'm waiting for all of you. Please do confirm me if I am clearly audible to everyone or not. And here is the day 1 MA Set English mock test. We'll be covering 20 questions with explanation. Please do join. And we'll begin the session now. I think everything is okay, and here you can also get mock test series for the upcoming MA Set exam. And here you will be getting 7,000 plus MCQs. Super sale is on. You if you want to buy, you can pay only 500. By buying or by paying 500, you will be getting 7,000 plus MCQs. So here to begin the session, here is the first question on your screen. Please do answer in the comment box. And those who are watching for the first time, please make sure to subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification. And those who have not joined yet the Telegram channel, that is Santu Sahu UGC Net, please do join the Telegram channel. And please visit the playlist, that is MA Set 2024. Okay, you'll be getting all the videos of MA Set. I have created a playlist, a separate playlist for MA Set 2024 English. So visit that. And those who are telling me that you are not able to watch my video, view my video, so I request you to all visit the live section to watch the updated videos. Please visit the live section. So here is your first question. What is one of the primary binary oppositions analyzed by Derrida in Of Grammatology? So you know, Of Grammatology is a work. That work was published in 1967. This work actually sorry. So here, Of Grammatology, this work was published in 1967. Okay, and you all know that Of Grammatology was translated by whom? It was translated by Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak, and translated into English. So here, which one of the following primary binary oppositions analyzed by Jacques Derrida in Of Grammatology? So presence and absence, speech writing, male, female, real and imaginary. So that is actually presence and absence. Presence and absence is the concept. So this actually, this the source of this that is this concept is going back to Plato. Here we see the explanation that Of Grammatology is a 1967 work by this French philosopher Derrida. Okay, so absence and presence, this is one of the primary binary opposition analyzed by Derrida in a work Of Grammatology. But the idea of presence refers back to a binary opposition examined by Plato, who had associated speech and speaking with presence, whereas writing with absence. What? Speech and speaking with presence and writing with absence. So the idea goes back to Plato. Now the question number 2. Kaliyattam. Kaliyattam is the film adaptation of Shakespeare's Macbeth, Othello, Hamlet, Julius Caesar. Kaliyattam is actually the film adaptation of Shakespeare's Macbeth, Othello, Hamlet, Julius Caesar. That is actually, it's Othello. Film adaptation of Shakespeare's Othello. So B is the right answer. Here you see Kaliyattam, English, The Play of God. It's a 1997 Indian Malayalam language tragedy film directed by Jairaj. And here the film is actually an adaptation of William Shakespeare's play Othello, set against the backdrop of Theam performance of Kerala. Next question. Who extensively explored the concept of abjection? The concept of abjection in her 1980 work called Powers of Horrors, an essay on abjection. This is the name of the essay that was published in the year 1980. Who had given this concept? Abjection. Michel Foucault, Judith Butler, Julia Kristeva, Jacques Derrida. Actually, she is talking about the pre-Oedipal phase. Okay, he is focusing the pre-Oedipal phase. So it's Julia Kristeva's the famous work, that is Parts of Horror, an essay on abjection, where she is focusing the pre-Oedipal phase. Okay, now we'll be discussing that as well. So first you tell me, what is the origin of the term abject? Abject का origin क्या था? Was it a French word that came from adjective, German word abgenigas, or Latin word abjecto, a Greek word abstergo? So the origin of the term abject that has come from Latin word abjecto. So here C is the right answer. The term abject originates from the Latin word abjecto, which means to throw under or to move under. Okay. So this signifies a state of being subordinate. क्या? A state of being subordinate, a state of being inferior, accompanied by feelings of shame and worthlessness. This is feeling abjected or abjection. When someone is described as abject, it means that they feel inferior, they feel ashamed, they feel worthless. Got it? And this idea is closely linked to the work of Julia Kristeva, that is a psychoanalyst, and she focuses on the phase before children develop a sense of separation from their environment and their mother, called pre-Oedipal phase. I talked that she had focused on the pre-Oedipal phase. So Julia Kristeva brought abjection in the forefront in her 1980 work called Powers of Horror, an essay on abjection. What genre does Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit belong to? It's a work by Jeanette Winterson. Here, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. The genre, you have to tell the genre of this novel. Was it a science fiction, a mystery, coming of age, romance? So the original genre of this novel is actually semi-autobiographical, and that's why it's also known as coming of age story. Okay, it's semi-autobiographical novel. Semi-autobiography. So coming of age is the right answer here. So here the titular character, oranges are not the only fruit. Here the main protagonist is that woman called Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette. Okay, even the author's name is also, the first name is Jeanette Winterson. So Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit is a novel by Jeanette Winterson, published in 1985. Here the main character, the main protagonist, is the young girl named Jeanette, who is adopted by evangelist from the Elim Pentecostal church. Here you see the novel has 8 sections, each of which named after one of the first 8 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth. So each chapter of 10 contains reference and allusion to their corresponding book in the Bible. And this novel, okay, contains many allusions and references. So this is a work, coming of age, a semi-autobiographical novel by Jeanette Winterson. Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. Okay, here is question number 6. Who won the Man Booker International Prize in the year 2018 for Flights? This is the famous work. Okay, Olga Tokarczuk, Jennifer Croft, Lisa Apinesi, then you have Ludwika Jedrich. Who had got 2018 Man Booker Prize for Flight. So Flight is a work by Olga Tokarczuk. Okay, so here A is the right answer. You see that Flights is a fragmentary novel by the Polish author Olga Tokarczuk, and this was translated into English by whom? By Jennifer Croft. Got it? And here you see that is said between 17th and 20th century. The novel is actually a philosophical rumination of modern day travel, and this novel won her Man Booker International Prize in the year 2018, and marking the first time a Polish author received the award. The novel is split into 116 short stories, and these vignettes, these episodes, are narrated by the same nameless female traveler. This is Flights by Olga Tokarczuk, famous fragmentary novel. Who was Adorno? Means here Theodore Adorno. Okay, that is Theodore Adorno. Got it? So who was Theodore Adorno's collaborator for the earlier book Dialectic of Enlightenment? Dialectic of Enlightenment was written in collaboration. One author was Theodore Adorno. Who was the other one? So was he Karl Marx, Friedrich Nietzsche, Max Horkheimer, and Martin Heidegger? Who is he? So it was Theodore Adorno and Max Horkheimer. They have collaboratively written this work, Dialectic of Enlightenment. So here C is the right option. Here you see they are actually Frankfurt School philosophers, Max Horkheimer and Theodore Adorno. Dialectic of Enlightenment. It's a work of philosophy and social criticism. This was published in the year 1947. This was published in the year 1947. The Great Fire of London. The Great Fire of London. It's a novel actually. Even it's a novel. The Great Fire of London. Here, that is probably came in 1666. Na, yeah. Plague came in 1665 in India, in England. Then fire came in 1666 exactly. 1666. So in that same name we have, okay, The Great Fire of London is a novel. It's by Peter Ackroyd. Peter Ackroyd has written this novel called The Great Fire of London. Is a reworking. It's a reworking of which classic novel by Charles Dickens? Great Expectation, A Tale of Two Cities, Little Dorrit, Oliver Twist. So it's actually Little Dorrit. The Great Fire of London by Peter Ackroyd is a reworking of Charles Dickens' novel Little Dorrit. So here C is the right answer. And here we have The Great Expectation, the famous novel by Charles Dickens, where Philip is the main protagonist. We got two convicts. Okay, one is a Compson, another one is actually Abel Mackwich. We have the character like Estella and Miss Havisham, who is being left actually during the day of his wedding, during the day of her wedding. And we have also Joe. These are important characters from Great Expectations. And Philip will come to at the end of the novel that okay, he's a real benefactor was actually was Abel Mackwich. It was not Miss Havisham. We have Tale of Two Cities, that is actually set in Paris and London, and the backdrop of this novel is actually French Revolution. We have Dr. Minette, we have Lucy as our characters of this novel, A Tale of Two Cities, and we have Oliver Twist, the orphan, sorry, who was actually raised in a workhouse and then left that workhouse, and he escaped to, and then he escaped to where, and he then escaped to London, and there the the leader of that pickpocket was Fagin. Okay, and they so it's actually Little Dorrit is the right answer. So C is the right answer. Just a minute. Okay. Sorry. Here is question number 9 on your screen. Okay. Who authored the Martfog Papers? Who authored the Martfog Papers? William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, Jane Austen, Mark Twain. Okay, so the Mart Folk Papers is actually an anthology. It's an anthology. It's an anthology of stories. So it's a work that is by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is the right answer. 9B. The Mart Folk Papers are an anthology of stories written by Charles Dickens, published from 1837 to 1838. Got it? And this fictional town of Martfolk was based on Chatham in Kent, where Dickens spent part of his youth. Where Dickens spent part of his youth. Got it? And you see that here, when Oliver Twist first appeared in Bentley's Miscellany in February 1837, Martfog was described by Dickens as the town where Oliver was born and spent his early years, making Oliver Twist related to the Martfog papers. But this allusion was removed when the novel was published as a book. Who are the three main characters in The Three Tall Women by Edward L.B.? A, B, C, X, Y, Z, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, old, middle, aged, young, young. Who are the three main characters in Three Tall Women? So Edward L.B. is writing a Jew story, Three Tall Women. These are important work by Edward L.B. And here the three main characters are referred as A, B, C, E. A, B, C. So A is the right answer. Here you see that the Three Tall Women is a two-act play by Edward L.B. and the three unnamed women were named as in the script A, B, and C. And the character of A, the oldest woman, is based in part on L.B.'s mother. Got it? Chalo. What is the original title of William S. Burroughs' novel about drug addiction? What is the original title of William S. Burroughs' novel about drug addiction? Junkie, Confessions of an Undeemed Drug Addict. Junkie, Chronicles of a Lost Soul. Drug Tales, A Journey Through Addiction. The Addict's Diary, A Life on the Edge. So the original title of William S. Burroughs' novel about drug addiction is actually Junkie, Confessions of an Unredeemed Drug Addict. And even William S. Burroughs is also known as a writer that is related to Beat Generation, okay, of 1950s. Even we have that is the writer of Howl, Allen Ginsberg. Chalo. Which literary movement is William S. Burroughs associated with? William S. Burroughs is associated with Romanticism, Beat Generation, Transcendentalism, Realism. He is associated with here Beat Generation. B is the right answer. Who was the most celebrated exponent technique of alienation effect? Erwin Piscator, Anton Chekhov, Bertolt Brecht, Samuel Beckett. So it was Bertolt Brecht who was the most celebrated exponent of technique called alienation effect and actually has taken from defamiliarization. Victor Salvesky's that is defamiliarization. So Bertolt Brecht was the most celebrated exponent of the technique and he first treats of it in detail in his essay called Alienation Effects in Chinese Acting. It was published in the year 1936. Chalo. Here is question number 14. Which of the following novel focuses on Winston Smith? Winston Smith is actually the main protagonist of that novel. It's a dystopian novel. It's a political and dystopian classic novel. His attempt to rebel against the totalitarian state. Which one is the totalitarian state? The totalitarian state is actually Oceania. Okay. Oceania is actually the totalitarian state that was actually led by Big Brother. It was led by Big Brother. So Big Brother is actually leading this totalitarian state called Oceania. And here the middle-aged Winston Smith is actually trying to rebel against that. Which novel is this? Invisible Man, Ralph Waldo Emerson, 1984, The War of the Worlds, Animal Farm. So it is the 1984. It's a dystopian political novel published in the year 1949. So here B is the right answer. Next question. Here is the explanation. You see the protagonist Winston Smith is a diligent mid-level worker at the Ministry of Truth who secretly hates the party and dreams of rebellion against that that is totalitarian state called Oceania. It's a dystopian and cautionary tale as well. Cautionary means here it's also moral. Okay, it's cautionary tale, moral. So it's a dystopian and cautionary political novel. Next question. From the following, which one of the from the following, which of these influential 20th century authors was not Irish born? James Joyce, Irish born. G.B. Shaw, Irish born. William Butler is Irish born. William Golding is not Irish born. He is actually a British playwright and a novelist. Okay, so here D is the right answer. Which name was applied to the group of British playwrights and novelists from 1950s, which included John Osborne, John Brain, and Alan Sillitoe? They are all angry young men of 1950s. So B is the right answer. Next question 17. The angry young men, you see here is the explanation actually, are a group of mostly working and middle class British playwrights and novelists who became prominent in the 1950s. What is the name of the author? What was the name of the author of Dash book? Okay, and all those involved in its publication was sentenced to death by Supreme Leader of Iran in 1989. The Gate at the End of the World, Lady Chatterley's Lover, Song of Enchantment, Satanic Verses. It is Satanic Verses. When Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie was actually published, its Satanic Verses is the fourth novel of the British inventor Salman Rushdie. And here you see, as its previous, so the book was inspired by the life of Islamic prophet Muhammad. As with its previous books, Rushdie used magic realism and relied on contemporary events and people to create his characters. The title refers to Satanic verse, a group of Quranic verse about three pagan Meccan goddess. They are the name of the goddess. But the part of the story that deals with Satanic verses was based on accounts from the historians Al-Waqidi, Al-Tabiri. Okay, and the book and its perceived blasphemy motivated Islamic extremist bombings, killings, riots, and sparked a debate about censorship and religiously motivated violence. Fearing unrest, the Rajiv Gandhi government banned and the importation of the book into India. Supreme Leader of Iran, here you see that the Supreme Leader of Iran declared a fatwa against Rushdie. So here 1989, Supreme Leader of Iran had declared a fatwa against this Rushdie's work called Satanic Verses, published by Who is the main character in The Well Beloved by Thomas Hardy? Thomas Hardy, it's a novel, The Well Beloved, lesser known work, where we have Sue Brided, Mary Stopes, Abyss, Jocelyn Pearson. Jocelyn Pearson is actually the main character of this novel, The Well Beloved by Thomas Hardy. The Well Beloved, having the subtitle A Sketch of Temperament, is a novel by Thomas Hardy, and it spans 40 years and follows Jocelyn Princeton, a celebrated sculptor who attempts to create in stone the image of his ideal women, while he tries also to find her in the flesh. The Well Beloved, A Sketch of the Temperament. Okay. The poem Mariana. Mariana is a poem by Alfred Tennyson. Okay, but motivated by a work of Shakespeare. Which play is this? Measure for Measure, Othello, The Winter's Tale, Romeo and Juliet. It's Measure for Measure. Okay, so Shakespeare's work, that is problem play actually. Measure for Measure had influenced Lord Alfred Tennyson to write the poem Mariana. And here Mariana is a poem by Alfred Tennyson published in 1830. And here you see that the subject of Mariana is a woman. Who continuously laments her lack of connection with society. The isolation defines her existence, her longing for a connection leaves her wishing for death at the end of the every stanza. And the premise of Mariana originates in William Shakespeare's Measure for Measure, but the poem ends before Mariana's lover returns. And here is the last question. Who is the author of A Haunted House? Haunted House is a short story. Leonard Woolf. Then we have Virginia Woolf, Thomas Hardy, D.H. Lawrence. Haunted House is actually a short story that is written by Virginia Woolf and it is published by her husband called Leonard Woolf. So here is the explanation. A Haunted House, 1944 collection of 18 short stories by Virginia Woolf's collection of short stories. It was produced by her husband Leonard Woolf after her death, although after her death it's a posthumous connection. Okay, so these were all 20 questions that I have discussed along with explanation. I hope that you have enjoyed all the questions. Please do share it with friends and make sure to subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification. To stay updated, please do join the Telegram channel, that is Santu Sahu UGC-NET, and please visit the playlist, that is MSET 2024, and visit the live section. Okay, then you'll be getting to watch the updated videos, the latest videos. Okay, so here I will be ending the session, and tomorrow I'll be meeting once again for the upcoming MSET exam. Stay tuned, and we will be covering a lot of questions in the upcoming days. Thank you. Please do not forget to like the session as well.